Great decorating is all about the details, including a gorgeous textured set of coasters. How we love a coaster. Functional. And why not be beautiful? Quince has a gorgeous set of woven rattan coasters in 3 terrific colors with their own little holder that you're going to absolutely love. And if you haven't visited quince.com/DTT yet, get on over there. It's everyday elevated living without the markup. From crisp 100% linen bedding and soft organic cotton towels to airy curtains and premium kitchen tools designed for everyday use. And the best part? Like Quince's clothing, their home goods are half the cost of similar brands. By partnering with top artisans, Quince cuts out the cost of the middleman and passes the savings on to us. And Quince only works with factories that use safe, ethical, and responsible manufacturing practices and premium fabrics and finishes. Elevate your space with home essentials from Quince. Go to quince.com/DTT for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. That's Quince, QUINCE.com/DTT to get free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/DTT. Hey everybody, I'm Kelly Wilkness here with Anita Joyce, and this is Decorating Tips and Tricks Plus, where you get more of us. So it's another bonus episode that we bring to you at the end of each month, and today we're discussing fast furniture facts.
It's a hot topic these days because it's everywhere. Most everyone is buying furniture online now. It's so easy to find what you're looking for. There's a much better selection online. And it's fast and it's inexpensive, but there are some downsides to it too. So I think that's what we're really discussing today is why it's a good thing and why it's not such a good thing.
We're going to talk about the facts and then you can all make your own decisions. You can get cheap, quickly made furniture, but there's going to be issues with it. It's not going to last that long. It's environmentally unfriendly. It's oftentimes non-recyclable. It's going to end up in a landfill. The factors that drive purchases for fast furniture are generally price, convenience, speed, and the T word, trends. So that is what's getting people to buy this type of fast furniture. And you say, well, what is fast furniture? Well, it's cheap and quickly made furniture. That's the expectation is that it's going to last 1 to 5 years.
I would say it's also almost always assemble yourself furniture.
If it comes with an Allen wrench,
yes,
it's fast furniture. Right.
My thought on this is it's not that I'm against fast furniture. I think it has its place. So I'm not going to 100% bash it. So I don't think you need to be for or against it. It's not like you're pregnant or you're not. I think you can like it in some instances and not like it in other instances. Doing your whole house with IKEA furniture, for me, that would be very hard to live with. And that it is fast furniture. And this furniture, most of it is not going to last. But I think in certain instances, it does work also. Well, it tends to be very simple, I think. So if you want any kind of elegance, if you want a piece that's kind of elegant, maybe more delicate furniture, I think you're really looking at vintage or antique. But for example, I needed some bookcases upstairs that were really sturdy. I just wanted something simple. And I bought the halves to bookcases from IKEA. And that's another thing to think about if you're buying fast furniture. Most all of it is particle board. And so if you're buying a Billy bookcase thinking you're going to put heavy stuff on those shelves, forget about it. They're going to sag and you're going to be sad. I bought the Havsta, which is pine. So I think for my particular application, I'm very happy with that. And we'll probably keep that long term while we're in this house.
I don't disagree with you. I just think there's a lot of drawbacks to fast furniture, which we're going to discuss today. Mm-hmm. But it is your approach and how you're going to use that item. If you're using it as a placeholder and you're like, I can't find anything, I'm just going to get this kind of, $350 dining room table and a couple of chairs for $79 or whatever. And then I'm my plan is to chuck it in 6 months when I find what I really want. That's not a good approach to decorating in general, and certainly not a good approach based on what you're going to either already or you're going to learn today about fast furniture. So I think if you're looking at it like, hey, this piece of furniture that is inexpensive, convenient to purchase, arrives quickly, and I'm going to use it for the duration, foreseeable future anyway, then that's fine. I have the lower billies in my office. They're perfect. I don't ever see changing them out. I'm not thinking down the line, I want to get some antique piece or something more expensive to go here because they're simple, they're the right height, they're white. It's exactly what I wanted. So there is a place for fast furniture in your life and in your decorating. It's just that you need to have the information so you can make the best decision for yourself and your approach to your decorating. Let's talk about the drawbacks to fast furniture. Even though it's a driving factor, that being price, over time, if you're buying fast furniture, and certainly if you do it more than once for a particular item, and then ultimately you buy the item you really want, you have probably spent more money. Well, clearly you have, because you bought one or two fast pieces, right, and then you got what you really wanted. This might be something you're willing to do because maybe you have to wait because you can't afford what you really want right now. And that's another thing to consider, what your budget is. But if you're just thinking, this is so tossable, and you have this disposable mindset about it, that's not good because there's a big environmental impact to this fast furniture. Do you know that 75% of discarded furniture ends up in a landfill? Now, that's surprising to me because where I live, there are so many consignment and thrift stores. And when I go to see these places and have a troll through and look, there's so much furniture. I think, how could this only be 25%?
But what you're seeing are things that are worth reselling. They're vintage, they're antique, maybe they're just 5 years old. It's what's going in the landfill, in my opinion, is the fast furniture. It is the stuff that they bought at Target or IKEA or some other place like that. They just kind of fell apart. And that's the problem too, I'm going to have to say, with the fast furniture, which I've alluded to, is a lot of it is particle board. You cannot use a lot of this furniture with heavy stuff because the shelves will bend and will break. So that's a caveat too. If you're going to go with the fast furniture, don't be putting anything heavy in it. The landfills, I think you're right. And I've actually read 12 million tons of furniture is tossed annually.
And a lot of it is non-recyclable. So if you toss a piece of real wood furniture, it can be recycled. It can be even burned without off-gassing. But this stuff, a lot of it is non-recyclable. A lot of it's made with this certain types of plastics that are just non-recyclable. And they know that. And the companies are making this product anyway. So what is going to happen to that? This totally stresses me out.
I know.
And then they're manufacturing the new fast furniture constantly. And in doing so, they're creating pollution and greenhouse gas emissions. So all of that is bad. So if the demand for it is so high and continues to be higher, companies are going to make it, and then they're going to be polluting the air. And then sort of the downspout of all of that is that eventually, in a fairly short period of time, it's going to end up in a landfill, and it's not going to go away.
Well, and have you heard too, many of the pieces are made with PBDEs, which is polybrominated fire retardants, and those release toxic dust. So I don't know if that's happening in your home, but it sounds like maybe it is. I did buy something online recently, and when I brought it home, it had a smell that I was not happy with, like toxic kind of smell. So I really tried to avoid that room and get that piece aired out for a while. So yeah, I think you do really have to be careful about these pieces. And I agree with you. If there's some application where you feel like this is the piece that you're going to use and you're planning to use it long term, I think that's kind of what I was saying. Go ahead and get it. But if it's just a space filler, unless it's something you absolutely have to have, I would just go without until you get what you want, because then it probably will end up in a landfill.
Yeah, try to hold on, or try to find what you want at a better price, whether it be on Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace or a consignment store, thrift store. We talk about shopping secondhand almost in every single episode. We are great proponents of it. Probably on one hand, I could count the number of pieces of furniture that are new. I rarely buy big pieces of furniture. Even my sofa I bought and reupholstered. That's a great way to decorate, to start out with. You're going to have unique pieces. These pieces are not ones you're going to find in the IKEA catalog. I can't stop using dupe.com. This is an amazing website, service, best friend. I absolutely love it. So you find something that you really want and it's too expensive. It's a budget buster. Then you use dupe.com and you can find almost the exact thing or very similar products for much less. So I was crushing on this incredibly gorgeous coffee table. I had it in my mind. I had it in my Pinterest boards. I had it everywhere, but I just didn't have it in my house because it was too expensive. When I learned about dupe.com, that was the first product that I tested. And boy, did I find some amazing dupes. And I purchased one. So the original was almost $3,000. And Dupe showed me many choices, all the way down to under $200. Now, you may think something this extraordinary is hard to use, but it's so easy. Just type dupe.com/ before any product URL in your browser, and boom, it instantly finds you less expensive alternatives. They even have an app and a browser extension you can download. No account required, no sign up required. It's completely free. That's completely free free to use. Stop wasting your money on brand names and start saving with dupe.com today. Let's get back to fast furniture facts. So there are some certifications that you can look for if you're not sure whether or not the piece that you're buying or considering to buy is fast furniture or not. I mean, some things are quite obvious. You know, if the price is under $300 for a dining room table, then it's fast furniture. If you're buying from IKEA, Wayfair, Amazon, and places like that, 9 times out of 10, it's going to be some fast furniture. But if you're dealing with other companies and you're not sure what their practices are, you can look for these certifications. It's the LEED, that's the Leadership in Energy and Environmental Design certification. There's another certification called the FSC. There's Cradle to Cradle, which is often stamped as C to C. Fair Trade would give you an indication that it's not fast furniture. Green Guard, as well as a certification from the Eco Institute.
Let's say you want to avoid it. Does that mean you're stuck with ugly old pieces? Well, you know, Amy Howard has made a whole business out of refreshing these old pieces that may be like the orange furniture. Go on Amy Howard's website, and I'm sure she has a paint somewhere that will work with that, or some sort of finish that's going to create exactly the look you want. There's other products as well, but there is a lot you can do with vintage furniture, and it is eco-friendly. As we've said, this is really a way to keep things out of the landfill. Reuse the old and avoid the fast furniture if you can. And I think it's going to be better for the planet, but also I really think you're going to get a better design for your house, because a lot of this fast furniture does have a mass-produced feel. It's fine in small doses, but in my opinion, you don't want your entire room done in fast furniture because it will look mass-produced.
Oh, yeah. So go secondhand, repair, upcycle. Anita gave you a great reference with Amy Howard's products. And then you can think about companies that are known to have sustainable practices. West Elm, Crate and Barrel, and Pottery Barn. Certainly not the cheapest out there because they're having sustainable practices. It costs more to create better furniture and also to have greener standards and be environmentally friendly. And that is worth something. So you have to decide whether it's worth it to you and worth it for your budget to seek out these companies that have better practices. And IKEA, now, they are really sort of invented fast furniture. Right? So everybody thinks about them sort of like started out with the dorm type furniture, stuff like that. But they do have sustainable alternatives now, so you can look for those. I'm sure the pine bookcases that Anita got are one of the sustainable alternatives if it's real wood. They have also promised to go zero waste by 2030 and only use recyclable materials. So that is a great goal. Hopefully they get there.
Recyclable or renewable materials.
We're not saying don't go to IKEA. We're just saying don't go to IKEA with the mindset that you're going to throw this out in a year.
Right. If you're not planning to keep it for a while, I think not only is it not financially a great decision for you, it's not great for the planet.
A mention of Wayfair. I'm not a big fan of Wayfair. I don't like their site to start out with, which has nothing to do with whether something's going to end up in a landfill. I just think it's really hard to navigate, and they don't let you search well. You get too many results that aren't what you want.
You mean 50,000 dressers aren't what you're looking for?
Exactly. At the end of the day, they are doing a much worse job than IKEA. So if you need to make a choice between those two companies, I would definitely go with IKEA. They are promising or saying they're going to reduce their greenhouse gases by 63% by 2035. But who knows what's going to happen between now and then. If you can, I would stay away from them.
Well, I do buy from them, but again, it's my same approach with all of the fast furniture. Don't buy everything there. People think, oh, but vintage and antique, that's expensive. Well, not necessarily. That's what we're saying. So fast furniture isn't always the cheapest option. I would say vintage or used is going to be very comparable, but it might need a refresh on your end with some paint. But, painting a piece of furniture is so much easier than painting a room. I think this is very valuable to discuss this. Thanks for hanging out with us. And remember, we're here to inspire you to create a beautiful home. Until next time.
Want to talk to us? Well, we really want to talk to you. So let's schedule a design consult. Anita and I are here to give you individualized, actionable advice on how to create the beautiful home you want and deserve. It's so easy to schedule a design consult with us. Simply click the link in the show notes or head to decoratingtipsandtricks.com/consult. When we talk to you on the scheduled time, we will be ready with so many great tips, advice, and yes, tricks. So sign up today for a design consult. We can't wait to talk to you.